Welcome to another Contemplative Living, where we talk about concepts to bring contemplation into our everyday life. Well, we're back. We're back in the studio. As you see, we probably sound a little better. We're a little clearer vision. And it's good to be home. You know, we enjoy our time down in the Dominican Republic, but every year it's a beautiful place where we get to do our writing and we get away and get a lot of work done. But it's always good to be home, right? Well, you know, Spirit once said to me, focus on self-love and watch the duality melt away. Extend that pure love outward and to encompass the world and radiate out into the universe. What Spirit was talking about was self-love. And the starting point for self-love is liking ourselves. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about liking ourselves and how we can do that. So let's get to it.
Welcome. Now creating a life of peace. This is Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Contemplations and reflections to help with spiritual living. This podcast is made possible by dharmatalks.com.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking about liking ourselves. And you know, this is a topic that is near and dear to me because I struggled. Oh, gosh, how I struggled. I struggled with this for quite a while. When, before my near-death experience, I just, I don't think I knew who I was. And with that, not knowing who I was, I don't think I was very critical, very down on myself, and so I really didn't have a path forward. But we want to start on a journey of exploring yourself and liking yourself. Now, when I started realizing how important this was, it was after my near-death experience, and I had seen in that experience who I was. I had a review of my life, and I saw who I was, and I didn't like it. And so that created another challenge for me because I wanted to be that understanding, that loving, compassionate person that I knew I could be because of what I saw in my near-death experience and when I saw what my true nature was really like. And so that started the journey. But, you know, like every journey, you come to many crossroads and you have to make decisions. Which way do I turn? Which way do I go? And sometimes you end up in a blind alley, and sometimes you end up on a road that's incredibly fruitful but may carry you away from where you really want to go. So you have to kind of learn to take a breath, calm yourself, and really begin the journey inward. Sit with difficult emotions. Open new doorways to understanding and liking yourself. We need to explore our darker side. And you've heard a lot about that, about visiting our darker side, to explore it so that we understand it, because it's with us. It's always with us. And if we want to get past that, if we want to get past the self-doubt, and we want to get past those tough emotions where we don't believe in ourselves, we have to sit with it. We have to explore it. Find out what the big if and what the big is. Find out what that is within ourselves. And let go of negative concepts of yourself. This is really critical. Let go of negative concepts of yourself, and realize that those concepts may be real because you've made them, but they are not true. So the concepts, we develop our concepts within ourselves. But many times they're concepts that are not true. They're really not true. And so we have to let go of those negative concepts of ourselves, because in reality, our true nature, our shining true nature, is so much more, so much more. And it has a base of a loving nature and compassion. And when we touch on that, we begin to see that our true nature can shine through. And that's the glimmer of what we need to see in order to start liking ourselves. Set aside time each day to rest, meditate, and take care of yourself. You know, on the road to learning who we are, we need to nurture ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves. It's incredibly important when we're, on this journey, because this journey is so critical for us. For us, we have to take care of ourselves. How can we take care of others? How can we participate in the world if we're not healthy, if we're not nurturing ourselves? And remember, you don't have to believe your thoughts. They're just thoughts. Thoughts are transient. They come, they go. And when we latch on to them, especially the negative ones, like we were just saying, then we're asking the universe to make that our reality. And so if we latch on to these arbitrary thoughts that just are passing through our minds, then we get tied up in that. And we bring that energy down into the circumstances and into, what is happening around us. And then we start to emanate that energy. And that's not good. That's not good for us. It's not good for those that are around us. So you don't have to believe your thoughts. They're just thoughts. Allow them to come and allow them to go. Self-acceptance is a critical aspect of liking yourself. And the most important step on the road to happiness is self-acceptance. Learning to love and accept yourself just the way you are is crucial to your well-being. Once you're able to do that, everything else will fall in place. Self-acceptance means accepting all aspects of yourself. The good, the bad. It means recognizing that you're not perfect and that you have flaws. We all have flaws. But that you're still a worthy human being. It means understanding that everyone makes mistakes. And that it's okay to be imperfect. Gosh, no. We all make mistakes. So when you learn to accept yourself, you'll also find it easier to accept others. You'll be more tolerant of their flaws and more understanding of their differences. This leads to more harmonious relationships with the people of your life, in your life, that you work with, you live with. So if you want to be happier, start learning to accept yourself just the way you are. You may say, well, I've taken a hard look at myself. I accept that this is who I am, and I can move forward. That's the first step on the road to a more fulfilling and joyful life, is allowing yourself to accept who you are, realizing that you do have flaws, but that you can move forward and that you can be a better person. Because once you accept yourself and you like yourself, then you can be authentic in everything that you do. Now, who would you be if you believed in yourself and you liked yourself? If you truly believe in yourself, you would be unstoppable. You would have the confidence to take on anything and everything that came your way. You would know that you could handle whatever life throws at you. You would be fearless. You would also be kinder to yourself if you believed in yourself. If you would cut yourself some slack when you make mistakes, you would know that you're only human and that everyone makes mistakes. And you would forgive yourself more easily and move on from those mistakes quicker. If you believe in yourself, you'd be happier. You would be content with who you are and what you've accomplished. You wouldn't compare yourself to others or try to be someone you're not. You would be happy just being you. So, what I'd like to say to wrap up is your inner doorway is open to the loving, compassionate self that is your true nature. And when we connect to that, when we establish that in our lives and bring it into our everyday, remember, if we nurture ourselves, we take some time to meditate and really connect with our inner world, we can bring that out into our outer world. And that is where the magic happens. That's where life becomes empowering. That's where life becomes enjoyable. With liking ourselves, we send that energy out to everyone. Hey Jay, I'm glad you're able to join us this morning. Have a happy Sunday. And I hope everyone is able to get to know yourself and be happy with who you are. Have a blessed week. Namaste.
Thank you for listening today to Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Please be sure to subscribe, listen, and share with your friends wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and the Podbean app. You can find the links to these on David's website, dharmatalks.com, on the Contemplative Living page. Have a blessed week.